So let's start the seed sowing then. Lots to get through. I'm not going to show you all the seeds being sown, that's boring, but first three are going to be in these trays, which is some sifted compost, Tax Magic I believe, sifted, and with some sifted cocoa coir compost in there as well. It's nice and lack of lumps. We don't want, there are some in here, but they're not massive. Big lumps have been taken out. Mark made with the old bit of bamboo there. Water down they have been watered, these trays, but just to get the seeds in, we're watering down the little drills. And most of this is lettuce, so a little bit of mica on top, but they need the light to germinate anyway. There's a couple of onion in the last one here. I'm going to do half a row of each of those. So this idea, which I've not done before, and as usual, seed packet. A lot of these seeds I'm sowing are old seeds. It's very experimental. I haven't tasted some of these before. I'm just seeing what happens. So, nothing really to lose, especially in September. It's a time for trying things. And then we're going to get the seed in as best we can there, quite thickly. Most of these veg, lettuce, etc., you can eat the thinnings. So microgreens, very trendy. There are a lot of people making some good money with those. But so this technique I got off Steve from Green Side Up. He sadly passed away, but he's left a massive legacy of all his videos. I recommend you go and watch him. A very influential gardener for me, a YouTuber, and a really nice bloke apparently. Sad to say I didn't meet him, but he has left this massive delicacy, so go over and have a look at his channel. So I'll do all these and then I'll show you what I've sown. So in here we've got the gourmet loose leaf, which is a red and green mix. We've got the lettuce Verdia Fogliaricia. Now you're going to see a lot of these seed packets here, and these are from the Green Fingers membership club. Is the gardening club. You get 5 packets of seed every month. There's a couple of these clubs around, but I really do like Steve's club. Another Steve, so this video brought to you by Steve. A lot of these, about a quarter of all the seeds I'm sowing today are from Big Green Fingers Gardening Club. So go and have a look at that. I'll put a link in the description. It's a curly leaf one. We've got lettuce Apache here, real seeds, dark Roden. It's a deep red lettuce. I do like deep red lettuce. And this is another really good seed company. Real seeds, Welsh, so local to me, but lots of nice heritage, heirloom, whatever you want to call them, varieties. Some quite unusual ones. Really good place to have to go and have a look at. And then here we have the Byland Winter Gem, and a couple of spring onions on the end. North Holland Red Mate and Paris Silver Skin. These were packed in 21, so they're getting old now. I'm not sure if they will work or germinate, but we'll have a go. Nothing to lose and a lot to gain. Just to show you that I just put a little bit of the mica. I haven't got much, just a little row of the mica on top of the lettuce there, covered over the onions, and give them a bit of watering, and they will go up onto the shelf for time, which I'll show you later. Then this next tray here, we've got a mix of sprouting broccolis, broccoli barbs, spinach, kohlrabi, and some greens, like Craytonia, lamb lettuce, that kind of thing. So I'll sow these and then I'll show you what I've done. So in here we have some of these broccoli rabe Italian greens, Planchi, seeds of Italy, very good company as well. So we've got a spigherillo, which is a sparkling broccoli, and we've got well, that's like the broccoli, so we turn it. What it says, we turn it, but leave the leaves. And then the next row we have rocket and Cima di Rapa. This is supposed to be 40-day variety, so we can harvest this in 40 days. Which is good because it's obviously getting late in the season, and the first frost is beginning first week of December, but we do start getting temperatures below 10 degrees in the first week of November, and then of course we've got our less than 10 hours of daylight, which is 28th October, so that's the second period things really stop growing then. So basically we've got about 45 odd days until things really start slowing down. So a lot of these are quick growing, hopefully we'll get a harvest off them. Even the ones that are longer growing we can harvest young, and some of the ones I'm going to sow later are for overwintering. Next row we've got kohlrabi, and this is okay, so kohlrabi and a red one and a green one here. And the next line we've got some spinach, dark winter spinach, and matador. And next row we've got some landcress, some golden purslane, these quick growing hardy winter greens, and corn salad. I was going to put some Craytonia in there, but my packet's empty, so I've got a longer row of Craytonia. Oh, sorry, corn salad in there. That's that for tray 2. And on this one I've just put some dry sifted coir, it's not sifted though, rather, just sprinkle it off, break it up like that, cover the seeds up on here, and my other compost is got wet, so I can't use that to top it off, but make sure these are all covered up, and then I'll give them a little water. It just helps to know where the seeds are as well a bit. And it's a third tray, and this is going to be Oriental greens, again quick growing, sprouting, and for the leaves as well. Okay, so I've just sown those now. Hopefully you can see. Can you see the seeds in there? They're quite small, but what we've got in here is, as I said, Oriental veg. So this is a saitai, which is a flowering shoot with a red stem, and also another flowering shoot, which is a green stem. Quick growing, which is why I like these greens. Tatsoi we've got in here, and choice sum, which is a very fast growing green as well. And here we've got mustard red lion in there, and also this one, which is Mizpuna, which is a cross between Mizpuna and Tatsoi. Grows quick, but if you notice Frank Morton, he's a plant breeder who specialises in lettuces and brassicas. I'm very fascinated in what he does, and I'm looking to collect a lot of his seeds. So hopefully this Mizpuna is a nice one. In here we have as well, we have the Texel greens and Chinese broccoli, and I think Chinese broccoli is one of the classics, isn't it? And we've got Chinese cabbage in here. This is just this is from a gift pack thing that I got my mum a while back, but she gave up her allotment, and I got a lot of seeds, so we're just sowing that because we got it. Don't know what it's going to be like. On Wong Bok, another Chinese cabbage, big well green fingers, and in here we've got the pak choys, pak choy white, and just a Canton dwarf. That one is, so a shorter one. I think these Oriental greens are very useful. They're quick growing, and it's a good way of getting quick growing brassicas either side of the summer, they tend to bolt, but even when they bolt, they're really in the flowers. So remember that in the brassicas, you can eat the whole plant. It might not be as nice as others, but for instance, Brussels sprout leaves are gorgeous. So no waste going there. I'm a bit of a brassica fan. So if you want to join a club and be with like-minded, if you're interested in brassicas, you want to join my new group, the National Coal Board, put a link below. I'll put an interest below and I'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll set up a brassica seed club and get a few seeds every month or something. Who knows? So National Coal Board or the Brassica Fanciers Society, something like that. I don't know. Just an idea. I'll cover these up and get on to the next one. Just so I'd add, while I'm here, this is the last of the seed trays I'm doing like this. So, like I said, this is an idea from Steve from Green Side Up. I've not done it like this before, but based on the it's an old technique, but doing it this way, I've got 12 varieties in here. I don't need hundreds of each of these plants, just a few. So I think it's a really good, useful way of using less space, less compost, and getting a good start out. These will be pricked out into the beds outside and in the greenhouse as we go through the winter, or autumn and winter. So this next one now is more traditional brassicas, cabbage, cauliflower, and some chard, and also a couple of experimental alliums over there. See what happens with them. But these obviously are bigger plants. They're going to take longer to grow. So these are for overwintering and for spring, most of them. Anyway, so I'm going to go 5 in each of these cells and pick them out into pots later on.
So this is a voiceover, Andy. At this point, I realised that when I uploaded it, there was no sound. So my microphone must have stopped working. It's a new mic and I didn't press the button. So we're looking at the cabbage tray here. These are for long-term overwintering, various types of cabbages. And at one point here, I start waffling on about a new project I've got going, which is a Cabbage Club or Brassica Appreciation Society, really. I'm thinking about maybe a quarterly fanzine newsletter type thing with some seeds, seasonal facts about different brassicas, history, science, cooking, folklore, everything. Brassicas are amazing. Basically, brassicas run the world. So if you're interested in that, then put a comment below. So let's get on with what seeds I'm putting in here. I've got the Offerham cabbage, which is a spring cabbage, do fine. Robinson's Champion, which is a giant cabbage, might use that as ground cover in the new beds. And Evesham Special for Brussels sprouts. I'm growing those for the young leaves. Old seed packets, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with those. Then we go on to the kale, and I've got dwarf green curled kale, Hungry Gap kale, Nero de Toscano and red rhubarb. Moving over to the cauliflowers, I've got All Year Round and Boris. They should do fine. And then moving over to the chards, Fordhook Giant, the multicoloured one, Bright Lights, and Perpetual Spinach, the dark green one. In the last column then we have the experimental column, Giant Leeks. Not sure how they're going to do, but we'll give it a go. Sensu Onion, a bit early maybe for those. I'm sure there's in October, but we'll see how they go, but they'll be fine for overwintering. And I will sow some more next month. And in the last column I've got Broccoletto, the last cell there, you see here on the packet. This is a spring broccoli, quick growing, but so May to June and so direct. It doesn't like being transplanted, so I'm ignoring all those rules and just doing what I want anyway. We'll see what happens with those. And that is the sort of overwintering big cabbage tray. I've using the same mix, which is a mix of sifted Jack's Magic and Koya together. Now over to the lettuces. These are the overwintering lettuces. I'm growing these in the Agrolam, what's it called? plug plant trainer, I think. I've had it for a year now. I'm not quite sure I've got to grips with how it actually works. I have problems with watering it. You can see that they're quite small plugs, and they can dry out quite quickly. So I need to keep an eye on it. It did germinate quite a lot last year, and then got dry and I lost everything. So I'll keep an eye on it this year, and we'll see how it goes. But I do like it. It's robust. It's sturdy. It's it gives you nice compact plug plants, and it's got these little handy divots here to make your planting holes in. So in here I am sowing my overwintering lettuces, so these will grow onto bigger plants. They will be cut and come again, and they'll go out under cover under cloches. We've got the chicory, which is I've never grown chicory before. A lot of these I haven't grown, or not grown successfully anyway. There is one which is my favourite, but we look at the Chicory Grimula Verde. It's a dark green with compact rosettes. The Marvel of Four Seasons, which is one of my favourite lettuces. It's very good, red and green, heat and cold tolerant. Eliana, which is a new one for me. It's a bud head. Winter Densities are a main. Winter Marvel and Arctic King are both bud heads, and with those names, Winter and Arctic, you'd hope they do well over the winter. And the last one is Palo Rossa, which is a radicchio. I'm not sure. A lot of these I'm sowing, all these vegetables I'm sowing a large variety, so that I can choose which ones I like and focus on to grow next time or in other seasons. I think variety is key, especially this time of year. It's a good opportunity for things to grow on. It's warm, the soil's warm, germination should be good. Pests might decrease, it depends on the weather. It's a bit of a gamble, but is it really a gamble? I don't know. If you don't try, you won't succeed. Next up now we have the legumes. Only a few I'm sowing in here, sowing 2 seeds in each cell of these long root trainers. These are handy as well. I like those. Again, I have problems with them sometimes. They can stick when they try and pull them out, as I'm trying to demonstrate there. So you have to be careful with them. You have to be careful with them putting the soil in, making sure it's not pushing out and they come apart, and also watering. So I'm tending now to leave a cell at least open so I can water through it. But in here I am putting my legumes, like I say. So we've got the bush bean creso, which is a yellow variety, dwarf French bean Ferrari, which obviously hopefully goes quick, and then we've got the peas, purple magnolia, Mecha, and Douce Provence. Douce Provence is a particular winter variety. I'm going to sow more of these direct sow, but I thought I'd get some going in modules. It's important to have spares when you want to fill a gap, in case something, the ones that direct sown get eaten, which is very likely. We've got lots of slugs around. It's been a nightmare here, but I have got a new slug remedy which I'm trying, and it's working good so far, so I'll share that later in the month. So two seeds in each cell. We'll grow them on into robust plants, harden them off and put them outside, maybe even grow 1 or 2 in the greenhouse or my new, to me, polytunnel, which will hopefully go up by the end of September. Yeah, not sure what I'm talking about here, more waffle, but let me know how many seeds or how many varieties of seeds you think I will sow in the month of September. It is, I think, my main sowing month for variety anyway, at least this year, because I'm growing lots of variety to try them out, and then I will have my favourites to grow on next time. And now we're going to have a look at what we've done today. So we've sowed the cabbages there, the 3 seed trays, And here we have the August sowings, which will be ready to go out shortly, some more so than others. The onions I sowed didn't germinate. I need to tidy up this greenhouse as well, it's filthy, and there are some broken panes, so that'll be a project for the next few weeks as well, getting it ready for winter. Even though it's got some broken panes, it's quite effective, and you can see there the temperature differences. It was 13 degrees when I got there this morning, and it was up to 30 at 40 at one point, and 24 at the time of recording. So I need to keep an eye on the watering, especially at this stage when it can get really hot. And yeah, my tomatoes, they're all coming out. The greenhouse ones are over. There's no fruit or anything on there. So just signing off here. Can't remember what I was talking about, but not a lot. It's been a good sowing session. Time to go home. My name's Andy. I'll see you at the plots.